Okay, hello, we're in Falkirk. There's 3 of us for 1 episode of Bus News. That's definitely a bit overkill. Basically, we're in Falkirk currently. They've got new electric buses on the 1 currently. They've ordered 30 Yutong E12.
Fucking hell, have they?
30! They've ordered 30. 6 have entered service so far on the 1. And yeah, the 3 of us are going to be trying them out.
Are they just for McGill's in general or just for Midland?
Just for Midland, but with Scott's EP2 funding. Same funding that funded the U11 DDs in Dundee.
Yeah, very posh.
Alright, anyway.
We're going to do the one today down the Madison end, and then we'll see them.
Probably take it back up to Pullman.
Is that Jeremy Clark?
It would seem that everyone is getting the 1. Okay, this is fun.
Cheers, pal.
Hiya. Cheers. Alright, good news we got to see. Bad news, it's absolutely heaving because there's like an hour gap between buses. This is fun.
Which is why the next day I woke up and left the house bright and early.
Good morning. It is currently 6:38 a.m.
to head out to Falkirk and get a slightly better review of the E12s.
Alright, okay, hello. It is currently like 7:15 the next morning. I've decided to go back to Falkirk to try out the buses earlier in the morning since I've got some on this afternoon. And I'm going to be getting this bus here, 4210, out to Falkirk on the X38, E100MC. But yeah, I'm going to take this out to Falkirk and then go back on the 1, film better footage since I'm not really too fond of the stuff I got yesterday. So, yeah. Hey, sing please, Falkirk. Thank you. Okay, I'm in Falkirk now. As I was just turning on past Weir Street, I saw one towards Madison, so barely missed one of those. And then right as I got off my X38, I saw one towards Dunopus, then leaving. So, yeah, I've got like 25 minutes to kill until the next one passes by. I'm just sort of hoping it's an E12, because I heard that there's already been one that's broken down. Alright, here we are. Hiya. Single please, Madison. Thank you.
I get that the gimmick with electric buses is that they're supposed to be like really quiet, but I genuinely can't hear anything aside from like a really quiet hum. Even for electric bus standards, this is super quiet.
So seat amenities, fairly simple. On the backs of each seat you've got one USB port, Midland Bluebird branded of course, with a USB type A and USB type C, 5-volt ports each, so that's pretty cool. Additionally got these weird ass stop bells, which I think when you press them they actually light up, which is pretty cool. Then you've got 2 sets of large aircon vents. You've got these ones, and you've got these ones here, which you can actually choose whether you want them on or off, which is very cool. Also, like with the U11 DDs that Dundee recently got, great leg room between the seats. I'm 6'1", so this is quite a pleasure compared to like my average Lothian bus or whatever, because you know I'm an Edinburgher. Additionally, towards the front of the bus, as I've probably zoomed in quite a lot, you can see there's a smart display that says the next stop. Of course this one hasn't updated, so it still just keeps saying next stop Madison stats, along with if the bus is stopping it says bus stopping, which is pretty cool. And then there's also this smart screen that has the time, and then it says when the bus is stopping when someone's pressed the bell. However, if someone hasn't pressed the bell, it'll say the temperature both in and outside the bus, though fairly inaccurately. Like it says it's 11 degrees in the bus and 13 out. I think it's like 16 degrees currently. I've got to be honest, these seats are really comfortable. I don't know why, but the ones that aren't up the back feel a bit less comfortable, but these ones feel like really soft and that, which is nice compared to the other ones which feel still kinda comfy, but it is a bit harder on your back. I do think I prefer the ones that Explorer have on their new U11 DDs, which were also bought with the same funding as these E12s. Yeah, I probably should have said this earlier, but McGill's buses got Scott ZEB2 funding for 42 electric buses, 30 Yutong E12s for Midland Bluebird's Larbert depot, 6 of which have entered service as you can see from this video, and then a further 12 electric double-deckers for Explorer Dundee's East Dock Street depot, which entered service about a month back, as you can see in the last episode of Bus News. I suppose it's weird I'm wearing a Lothian cap when I'm reviewing a McGill's bus. Oh well, I don't have any McGill's merch and I don't intend to buy any anytime soon, so yeah. These buses really aren't rattling all that much. I'd have expected them to be really quite rattly, but they honestly feel pretty tactile. And also, I think this feels like properly solid. It's not like with the Lothian BZLs or whatever where they're literally hollow. Like, these feel premium. It feels like a premium electric bus, which, to be honest, compared to what I've heard about Yutong in the past, yeah, no, that really doesn't reflect. So yeah, Midland Bluebird have ordered 30 of these buses. Currently 6 are in service, primarily for Service 1, which goes from Dunpace to Maddiston via Falkirk town centre. And I'm gonna be honest, I'd say these buses really suit the one. I mean, before this, it was just like a mix of like E200s and Eclipses. Very weird combination, but it was more so the E200s than the Eclipses. And those E200s, not good for capacity, if I'm being honest. So these, they have, I think, quite a few more seats, and they aren't leagues longer. I think it's like 12 meters compared to 10 meters. And additionally, the interior feels a lot more spacious. It feels like there's a lot more standing room than on an E200. So I think these are very good for the one, which, especially on the branch between Dunpace and Denny down into Falkirk town centre, which really struggles with capacity, I think these are a needed improvement. Anyway, I'm getting into Maddiston now, so I'm going to quickly get off and get a photo and then take it back up to Falkirk. Alright, my photography work is done now. I'm going back on the bus and going back up to the town centre. I'd say I've got a good selection of photos of this bus so far. Got some side and rear shots just for the sake of it. It'll probably make for a good thumbnail or whatever. I don't know why, but the seat I've chosen has absolutely insane length. Quick well test. Alright, thank you very much, sir. Have a great day. Alright, okay, so those were the new E12s on the one. Gonna be honest, those were much better than I was expecting. I have no clue why Yutong has suddenly decided that they don't want to be the worst bus manufacturer in the UK just in the past, like, 9 months. But, yeah, the U11 DDs in Dundee are honestly solid. These new E12s are miles better than the 23 and 71 plates that are in Glasgow, like the 38 and 26 and 23 and that. And the GTE14s that Ember use on their E1 and E4 and that are also really solid. But yeah, I would say these buses are maybe like a 7 out of 10 in my books. But yeah, I did a more proper outro in yesterday's recording, so I'm just gonna cut back to that. So, yeah. Thank you very much. Have a great day. So Mac wasn't able to get a photo of the bus, and I got a really rubbish one, which is currently on screen. This is perhaps the best photo I've ever gotten with my camera. But yeah, there's one like 10 minutes behind it that we're going to get a photo of before we get our train, so yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good.
This shot is very jet lag-esque, is it not?
That is our...
You're not. I don't think the microphone will be able to pick your audio up.
Anyway, point is, it was a day. The Yutongs are nice. There were some fit people on the bus. It's not alright.
The train arriving at platform 2 is the 17th.
You might want to get a shot of that. Actually, why not? I'll do the camera for you.
Oh, okay.
How'd you do it?
There's a slider on the top, right?
Oh, you're getting train picked.
Okay, I guess I'm doing this outro by myself.
Suppose whilst these two numpties are trying to be top train veg, I might as well just put in these battery recordings. If you don't want to watch that, just skip to the time frame on screen.
those were the Yutong E12s. I'd say they're like a 7 out of 10.
I agree, 7 out of 10 sounds pretty about right.
Okay, so 7 out of 10 all around. Better than the ones that Miguel's have in Glasgow. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to see more of this content, then I guess subscribe or something, I don't know.
Until next time, this has been number 38, Marty Duckett. This has been number 14, Call Matt Kern. Until next time, I've been number 9, Charlie Gunn, and F43 actually. Until next time, bye bye.
See you next one, mate.
Football. That was aggressive.